This is Drop Tent Media Network.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Primiano.
And I'm Dan D'Aprile, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
Hey, we are back from our vacation week.
Yeah, my vacation week, literally. I as you can see, I'm back from the desert.
Yeah, I'm back with my new sidekick Poncho.
Hey, buddy, nothing you can say can hurt me. I've got the turquoise necklace. I've been out in the high desert. My chakras are popped. Okay, Sydney can't eat your heart out. My chakras are popped wide open. My crystals are recharged. I got a bowl full of moon water, and we got a lot to talk about today. So,
what the fuck is moon water? Yeah, let's introduce.
I'll explain it to you after the show.
Okay, so it's illegal.
It should not be illegal. Once I explain it to you, you'll include it on the list of people who should be killed.
That's a long goddamn list.
Yeah,
but all right.
List. But anyway, introduce our guest.
Yeah, our guest is a newer comic, but yeah, but she's great. She's one of my faves of the new comics.
Okay,
she'll get there.
She a lot in this introduction.
She could, give it time.
Okay, all right.
Holly Huff
15
is
years,
here.
I'll be there.
There you go.
Oh, I hope not. I don't wish that on anybody.
Yeah. Hi, Holly. How you doing?
Holly's
Hi,
great.
nice
She's a
to meet
fantastic joke writer.
Okay.
Might be better than me.
That's not that.
I hate it. No.
Dave is great. I'm a big fan of this podcast.
I say stuff like that to fish for compliments.
Yeah, I get it. That's why you got the first compliment. That's all right. We agreed right before we aired that Dave couldn't pull this outfit off. So
I think you get your C's and W's mixed up a little bit. I wouldn't pull that outfit off.
Well, you don't know pure comfort, Dave, because I'll tell you what, the early Americans had it figured out. This thing is comfortable as hell.
What do they call that? El Snuggie?
I don't know. It's size Gordo, I can tell you that.
Is that Mexican for large?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I was going to say the actual term, but then I was like, let's fucking make Neil even more nervous than the outfit's doing.
See, comedy's universal. You don't even speak the language. You got the bit. You knew it. Yeah. So do you watch actually, first off, happy 9/11. Yes.
Happy 9/11.
You're here for a very special episode, Holly, because normally we record on Tuesdays, but we moved it up a day to coincide with a national holiday.
We didn't do it intentionally, but no, I said we're not doing a 9/11 themed episode. No. I told our guest that. She said, "Nah, I reject that premise.
Let's go for it."
It's the anniversary of a very important day.
Yes.
I mean, if it was like the 26th, that'd be the 25 year. This is only the 23-year anniversary.
Yeah, you got to save it for the 25.
It's like the Jordan anniversary.
Both have iconic silhouettes.
Yeah.
I'll give both Jordan and the Towers that.
Oh, they should just have him flying into the buildings like this.
I'm sure it already is.
Oh, definitely.
That is.
So what did you want to? You wanted to discuss 9/11 a little?
Well, I thought we started off on a solemn, emotional note.
Sure.
I wrote a 9/11 haiku.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
I would like to read it for everyone.
Please share.
Go on. Yeah.
It's a legit haiku, by the way. 575.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
We would not accept a bogus haiku.
I'm counting.
Here.
Okay. My Wednesday goes by. All the flag shirts wonder why. Oh shit. I forgot.
I did lose count pretty quick. Wednesday is a fucking tricky one.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one.
Well, you think it's 3 because that's how they teach you how to spell it. It's actually 2.
It's one of those.
I thought it was it was like a trick. There was a trick syllable in there, so it technically counts as 3, but it sounds like 2.
I Googled it, Dave.
Okay.
It's 2.
It's just how you say it. That will be your syllable.
Caramel.
Exactly.
Caramel.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
I don't think
caramel.
Those people
2.
are wrong.
If you're writing a haiku, you can make it either one.
Right. That's those words you can pick and choose. You can't do that with Acme, though. I feel like you should. They
Acme?
only say that. Yeah, they only say that, add that extra syllable in the Delco region.
Why are you using Acme as in a haiku?
Well, listen, most of my poetry is written about supermarkets.
I was standing at the Acme of the building. And I was, fuck.
You are the manager of the Acme in my heart.
Well, Acme also means the tippy top of something.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
It's a crossword one. Yeah, if
Yeah,
you ever
that's a
did
good-
crosswords. That Acme was a big one because it starts and ends with a vowel.
That's right. Acme's good wordle. All right, there we go. We're helping people out.
Wordle? No, it's 4 letters.
Well, I said Acme's with an S. You throw the S on the end.
They don't do plurals in Wordles.
They don't.
No,
No plurals and words.
no plurals in Wordles.
Oh man, we're discussing this at the high level of Wordle players would. There's no plurals in Wordles.
I was like 2 Wordles away from being like, how the fuck are people missing them? Are they retarded? And then I missed one. I'm like, woof, good thing I pumped the brakes on that.
I'm so vain. I used to play Wordle on private mode, so it couldn't track my losses because even though I only had a few, they like taunted me every time I finished one.
As well
and you'd
they
have like
should.
the 3 losses where you didn't make it. And I knew it was always on some bullshit, like a word that had like 3 different ways you could do it on the vowels. I don't even get into it. But Wordle made me mad. I got too competitive with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's drop the Wordle talk
Thank
then.
you. Yeah, I'm chilling out on vibes right now. I don't want to
That's
talk
right.
about Wordle. I want to talk about, speaking of vibes, a lot of weird
Really,
vibes.
that's what I would wear if I was just like, you know what? I just want to fucking lounge around on Sunday and do nothing but Wordles.
I'd be lying if I said that didn't sound like a fun time.
Yeah.
So thank you for that solemn haiku for
Yes.
9/11. That was wonderful.
We are rarely a show of culture,
No,
despite what Dan's wearing.
you would think, yeah, we would have bongos. That's all we're missing right now.
I wouldn't say we're missing it.
That's true.
So did you watch the debate last night?
I did. I have some notes. This
prepared.
one says, eating the dogs. I saw it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we could discuss each of the dog rant was
the dog
fantastic.
rant is the highlight of the campaign so far, of the election so far. I mean, as an I have been unable to look at Trump as a human being for some time now, and I think the rest of us have too, by evidence that we don't care that he got shot, and
because he planned it.
and he's not even hurt. I saw his ear the whole time during that debate. It was fine, ladies and gentlemen. Go back and look at the ear. Don't pay attention to the dog.
So you think dog eating ranks above baby executions?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's the John Wick rule, right? Like you can't hurt a dog, even though it's a lesser crime to eat a dog than to kill a baby. I would say that you can't hurt a dog. You know what I mean? Like you're just
Because everyone likes dogs.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes babies.
right. Maybe that baby could
I
have
don't
grown
like
up to
either.
be Hitler.
They can have dog Hitler.
Dog Hitler?
It'd be a German Shepherd of some sort.
Yeah, probably.
But well, also I agree with you should be. I mean, it's not legal to execute a baby after it's born, but I would, if it was on paper,
Yeah.
I could get on board with it.
Yeah. Conservatives do have a way of sometimes saying things that you're like, it's actually not that bad when you say it like that. Like they'll threaten you with something and you're like, well, wait a second. Which baby?
Yeah.
Whose baby?
So the dog thing. No.
The dog thing. Listen, that's so funny. It's hilarious. It's literally devolved into like your uncle screaming. And the best part is like Trump's triumphant moment when we all thought he was going to win for sure. He still might, but we all thought he was going to win for sure was when he dismantled Joe Biden at the debate and made Joe look like what he is, an old raving lunatic of a man.
Yeah.
And now the exact same thing has happened to him. If you told me this whole thing was a pre-written WWE exercise, I think I'd start to believe you. Like narratively, if this is the moment, probably won't be, but if this is the moment that really fucks Trump, then it's narratively perfect. He knocked out the guy he hates, was replaced with some woman that he didn't even know who she was, and then she did the same thing to him like a month later. Incredible. Yeah, yeah.
That's the John Cena thing.
Yeah,
Neil, we can't see Neil. So,
that's right.
yeah.
It's truly the
I'm
John
the
Cena
John
of this podcast.
Thank you.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even put that together. Fucking wrestling jokes.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. But
But-
is it killing a dog? Yeah, terrible. But eating the dog means you're not wasting any part of the dog, right? Sure.
Yeah,
Good-
I mean,
good
eating
with
a dog's
bulgogi. See, now you could tell your joke. Lee.
I mean,
No,
I
no,
think
no. But
the best part of the dog rant is that he was talking about Springfield, Ohio. If anyone's eating dogs in Springfield, Ohio, it's the people from Springfield, Ohio.
Yeah, they got to hunt. It's good hunting out there.
is it? Yeah. Is it? So it's okay if the dog gets a head start then?
Yeah, sure. You'd expect it's just a wild dog that's roaming the streets in Ohio.
No, he
No,
said
you-
pets. He said
Yeah.
Oh, he
your
did say
cats
cats.
and your dog.
But
Yeah.
eating a fucking wild animal's dangerous. Eating a domesticated, it's it's fucking healthier.
That's why I think he didn't stick with they're eating geese out of the park, because that's the other nuance of
Well,
the
that
story.
one might be true. I've seen videos
Yeah.
of them just fucking snagging
That
geese
at
as
least
they
is
fly by.
plausible. It's like if I came from I can see coming from a certain country where I might show up and be like, "Hey, check it out! They just walk in there. You can just grab them. That's dinner." I believe that. I don't believe that people are eating
Yeah,
pets out of people's yards. That just doesn't seem.
he fucking thumbed that geese's bill off like it was a fucking like it was a Yingling bottle. I saw the video,
Oh
and it was definitely a migrant of some sort.
I just feel like the
Cool.
guys who are really like losing out on this are just the regular black guys that love geese. Because if you're just an American
One
black guy
regular
holding
black guys
geese,
that love geese.
there's got to be one or two. But now,
What?
if they're out there trying to like pet a goose or whatever they
Where's the
do,
stereotype coming from of the random black guy.
there's
that
no
loves
stereotype.
geese?
There's no stereotype. This is an
Who
individual
is this
guy with a
black
very
guy?
nuanced.
This is the
set
only
of
time I've
hobbies.
ever heard Dave yell.
Yeah, it's
This is the only.
I agree.
Why it has to be a black guy then?
I agree. Well, because a racist will mistake him for a migrant. No one's going to care if a white guy's carrying a goose. A Republican will just be like, "That's an American right there, Hart."
Blacks and
Keep it a
Venezuelans
goose.
don't look alike.
I'm so worried about this being live. It's insane that we're doing this.
I didn't see. Okay, I didn't see the thing. I thought he was accusing Haitians of doing all this stuff. We're definitely
Right.
not.
Well,
because
he
of
didn't
this.
say. He didn't
Yeah.
say Venezuelan. He said illegal immigrants.
Yeah,
So it could be.
the cat one. I know they're blaming it on Haitians. So
Okay.
maybe I've conflated the two stories.
Okay, Haitians are
Haitians are black. Yeah,
Stop
Haitians are
saying it
usually
like that.
black people.
Please stop doing that.
well, I thought he was talking about Venezuelans. That's why I was like, where the fuck did we
I
get from
understand.
Black
That's
guy.
0 to 60?
And
How-
I do understand your hesitancy to believe in a black guy that's really into goose and like geese. But like,
I mean, the
it's
one
gotta
black bird
happen.
watcher we know about did have the cops called on him, and I am being threatened by
Great
a
point.
black man with binoculars.
great point. That guy is having even more trouble than he did back then. Now he can't pick up a goose.
Yeah, black
He
guy.
could, but
Sorry, I was
as
gonna say
much as
black
we know,
guys
he's
pick
just
geese.
watching the geese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But if he ever wanted to pick one up, his chance is gone. He's missed it. That era is over for him. So, I'm thinking about some of the forgotten people, in this story. But yeah, it was a crazy thing for Trump to say.
Agreed. And I apologize that my voice went so high pitched.
I'm telling you, today you're getting a nuanced perspective on this pet goose story that you're not getting on any other podcast.
Good. So what was the other shit he yelled about then? That was the-
I mean, I got notes. You
Oh,
want
yeah,
me
Yeah,
please.
please.
Yes.
Well, Project 2025, haven't read it.
Sure.
That was a good line.
Yeah, he did.
That's well, yeah. Wait, okay. So that's like
He hasn't read Project 2025. He showed up to the debate not having read the one thing that everyone has been talking about for the past year.
Yeah. And I actually believe that, though. I believe that he hasn't read it. I do. I mean, it is his plan clearly, and he's going to implement it. But I think he's telling the truth when he said he hasn't read it. I do not believe he put an ounce of work into that. He just
probably.
said, "Here you go, Trump. This is your plan." He went,
Do any of
"Okay."
them read? I don't believe any of them at the top.
It's short. You can read it online. It's like 3 pages. How long is that?
3
It's
pages?
not long.
Yeah,
I
but
read it.
probably. Oh, what's it about?
It's basically like the policy positions of the Trump Republican Party, and it's like crazy shit.
It's like what they'll do if he gets elected. And he keeps saying it's not him, and then maybe that's true, but it's
But it
his
is
people.
very clearly him. Like the people he's out there going, it's not me. And then like every time they have a conservative speaking thing, the Project 2025 people go up and he goes, no, Trump is, he tells us all the time it's us, and he's just saying that.
This is the donors, right?
Yeah, the
This
donors,
is basically the donors.
The project, yeah. So like Project 2025 is basically just like a list of policy things that they're gonna lean on Trump to enact, and it's like a wish list of conservative stuff. So it's like in some of it's insane, like tracking women, like going pregnant women from going to other states for any reason.
So,
They're
like,
tracking them and
tagging them, like putting like the fucking the thing that like at Kohl's in their fucking ear.
I don't know. I don't
So it,
know.
like
bro.
beeps if they fucking leave. Oh, you got to get your like.
Yeah,
You have the baby, they fucking detag you.
You'll have an exploding dye tag on you, and if you even
any-
think about having an abortion, it'll blow up.
If anybody but your fucking OBGYN goes in there, it fucking explodes in your face like a dye packet.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm for it, but that is legitimately hilarious.
Trump would probably get a lot more of his stuff done just the way he gets elected, just by being hilarious. Like if he packaged all his nightmare policies in things that were funny like that, he would get, like if the wall did something, was like an American Ninja Warrior horse, like people would have been way more into building that. So
He needs a podcast.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
next.
sure.
Yeah.
They rumored that was his original plan, was to run in 2016, not win, and then just do media.
Yeah, he
And
had
then
the
he
patent.
actually won.
He had the patent for Trump television.
Yeah.
And that was, everybody said he was going to do that when he lost.
Oh man. Alternative timelines.
It would have been so fun.
I know.
It would have been crazy because Hillary still wouldn't have been popular, and she probably would have lost when Biden won to who God knows who.
That's true.
And then it would be like President Nikki Haley or something running for re-election. It would be a completely different world.
Man. If only we could look at things through that Marvel lens.
We are in the wrong multiverse
I know.
instance for sure.
We get that John Krasinski, Mr. Fantastic.
Oh God, yeah, you're right. You're right. That is our world.
Fox said we got the migrant, Mr. Fantastic. We are in the wrong time. Everything got fucked up in this timeline.
We're in the Sony universe. Jesus Christ.
All right, so what else do we got?
All right, what else? Obviously him saying that you can kill a baby after it's born, and then the immediate fact checked of there is no state in the United States where you can kill a baby after it's born.
Yeah, that was crazy too, because that was the one part that I was upset about in the first debate. I was generally upset that Joe Biden was clearly a demented old man that can't run the country. But I was mostly upset for when Trump said that the first time. And he was like, they're killing the babies. They take them out and they just hit them or something. And Jake Tapper was like, thank you. Like he just said thank you to that. And it was like, no, you can't just say thank you when somebody says they're like smashing babies with a hammer.
Well, Biden's brain at this point is a baby that's been smashed with a hammer.
Yeah. I mean, Trump, like that is I'm surprised he didn't say that more. He did a little bit, but like if I was Trump, I would have been like, I debated the other guy so hard, he dropped out. Like that's definitely like a dick swinging point that I would have expected him to ride a little harder, but he only said it like once or twice.
It is a swinging dick move. You're right.
I would have bragged on all over it, you know?
Although, yeah, and I said before the debate, she fucking laughed a few times, but not audibly. That fucking laugh right there is a shriveler. That would have ended the debate there. That cuts you off right by the balls.
She was very well coached with like her shit. Like you could tell, like they told her like what to do with her body language and stuff when he was speaking. So I think she like deployed that. That was 100%. Neither do I.
There wasn't.
They were talking about that on CNN after as like an actual like strategy.
Was the elbow leaning on anything?
No.
Was the elbow perched up upon nothing? That's not natural looking.
No. It was. But if you see the screenshot, looks good because he's like screaming and she's like looking at him like You're a
No,
fucking idiot. Like,
you got to lean both elbows on the podium like this, batting an eye or two. That's the look.
coy. You want Harris
Well,
to
what
run a
the
little
fuck
more
is
coy.
this?
Like this.
I really wish I could have saw the practicing. Did
Yes.
you know it was the practicing?
Yeah,
And they have
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
stand-in. I want to see
Right.
the stand-in and everything.
Like,
Like
you
for
can't
him.
lean over. If you can't lean over, you can't be shorter than him. You say there's like a height to it. It's not.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I did not like it at all.
Actually, I think because she was a woman, this was the one thing where I think if it was a man that was her height, it would have been harder for him. They like shot her equal size to Trump, which I remember when Hillary ran, they did a lot more like, I guess because they had that one debate where they could walk around each other,
Yeah.
but you could see that Trump was like huge and Hillary was small. This one, like whether or not it was Harris's campaign or whatever that did it, they were smart to be like, no, just the tight close up.
No,
Because
they
looked.
had the podium resized so that
Did they really?
yeah,
It's smart.
They
yeah.
had the podium so she looked the same size
Yeah.
at hers that he looked at his.
Yeah. I mean, it's smart because people are animals and they're dumb like that. And if they see a little tiny woman, some people will be like, okay, not strong enough for me. I need the big guy that's screaming
And it
about
does
the
look
pits."
strong if you're holding up your head while your elbow's not even supported.
What's stronger than a woman in a pantsuit? You know what I mean? It's pure strength projected.
Hillary wore the fucking Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon costume to her fucking debate. A gi should be stronger than a fucking
Yeah,
pantsuit,
all right,
but it
fair
wasn't.
enough.
It wasn't.
It was not. No, you're right. You're right. She did wear that gig. But okay, what do we have more notes on the insanity? of
I
this
barely have any Kamala notes because
Well,
she
yeah,
was
she-
just.
She nailed it.
I mean, we could talk about the power play, her walking over with the handshake right at the beginning.
Okay.
That was
She grabbed him by the balls with that one.
I liked that one. She came right in and was like, fucking put her there. I like the spite level of a handshake. You can really convey a lot of spite with a handshake. And I think she did that. Yeah.
It was a good shake.
I'm surprised.
How many pumps was it? I didn't count the
I didn't
pumps.
catch.
Because there's like a dismissive amount. If you've ever shaken someone's hand that really kind of was like looking through you at the same time, there's like a 2-pump.
I think it was 3. I think it would look like a 3-pumper.
Yeah. And it was weird.
Definitely eye contact.
Yeah. It was a weird moment because he didn't expect it. So he had that.
Yeah.
He had to do that like weird handshake.
Oh, there's the picture right there.
Yeah, she's staring at him.
Yeah. She went right in. The one thing that was really bad for him in a way that people like won't is like he wouldn't make eye contact with her, which was weird. Like he was just like he was just like staring straight. I don't think people like notice that, but it's like body language shit that obviously they trained her to do prior, and Trump, was just Trump this time, and he was like, whatever, I'm going to do it. He did the same thing against Hillary. They told him to like walk around her and look menacing, and it worked for him. He should have had, I mean, I feel like this was like, he was too arrogant after what he did to Biden with like no prep. And he was like, I'll destroy her. I don't even need to prepare for this. And we know as performers that shit matters.
What percentage of the population you think tries to avoid eye contact on a regular basis, though?
1 in 64 children.
Yeah, exactly. 100. That's the answer.
I thought
The
it'd be more of a
autistics.
50-50 ball. And that would be like, well, do you want to relate to the masses? Like, no eye contact. That's just like me.
But Trump's not a no eye contact guy. Trump I give him this. He's like a 80s alpha dude. He's going to stare.
The Art of the Deal would be a very different book if there was
If
it was written
looking to the
if it was
side.
by a no eye contact guy.
yeah. Trump's just standing there and like Trump Tower just looking off into the corner of the book.
And
Yeah, I don't think that would
if the
work.
customer says no, just grind your foot into come on.
Just slump your shoulders and be,
Yeah.
"Hmm."
I won't bother you too much afterward. I won't send you Christmas cards.
Yeah, it's bad for Trump. They should be they won't, but they should be doing the same thing that the Democrats did, which is panicking and talking about how he's too old. But that's the difference. Although I
She
wouldn't
mentioned it. She hinted at it. She said, "I'm not Joe Biden. I'm a new generation."
yeah.
Technically.
I like that.
Yeah,
That was
she-
smooth.
Yeah, she was very smooth. And I think that they can't, just because of like who Trump is, they can't just get rid of him. But I think today they want to.
No.
I'm shocked that the Democrats got rid of Biden. I still can't believe that shit. But like, I do think that is a difference between the Republicans and the Democrats. There was a small chance they would do it to Biden, and he was so dumb in that debate, they had to do it. Trump was just as dumb in this debate, but the Republicans, they're too fall in line and fucking go. I don't think they'll be able to do it. It still might not matter because of that reason, though. They're so fall in line. This debate could mean absolutely fucking nothing. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you never know.
True.
Yeah. Anyone that already believed that they were eating pets, like those people didn't need to be like, nobody was convinced by it that didn't, or like anyone that's already voting for him and believes that.
Yeah.
No one's getting their mind changed by that moderator. No one's gonna all of a sudden believe that shit.
Well, there are people on the fence. They've done polls, and there was something like 13% of voters were on the fence. So
That's crazy to me. Unless that number is people that want to vote Republican so badly but hate Trump, I can't believe that there's any other group of people that are undecided. Like, it seems to me like this shit's baked in. I mean, maybe there's somebody who thinks there's like, oh, I need to know more about Kamala.
Yeah.
But it's like, you must know everything there is to know about Trump at this point. Love him or hate him. He's been around for a fucking decade on the fucking television every single day.
Well, I have a word for undecideds, but I've already hit my quota. Let's go mongrels. We haven't used mongrels yet today.
Hey, if I'm dressed like this, you get an extra one. How about that?
Yes. Mongrelese attire.
No. Not saying that, Dave. You can say that. I am dressed in a Hopi modern style, let's just say.
Hopi modern.
Hopi modern. That's right.
Dig it.
That's some self-restraint there with the dig it, Dave. I like that.
Oh, so unnatural.
That's okay. You wouldn't have been able to pull it off. You see, Kamala, she prepped.
I guess.
she did. Trump was like a crowd work comedian, and Kamala, she came with the notes.
Yeah, if there was a crowd, Trump would have done better because like
Well,
people
of
would have been
course.
laughing. I was laughing my ass off. He remains the funniest fucking presidential candidate of all time.
Last night, America was that timid audience member that just doesn't give you the right fuel to get your crowd work on.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do that shit. And so like I don't even do crowd work. I'm just trying to get people to say anything so I could be like, oh, cool. Anyway, here's the rest of my joke.
Right.
Yeah.
Never the response you want.
And you're just
I'm
asking
like,
them
"Oh,
direct
fuck it."
questions about your premises.
Yeah. Do you have a C-spot run on there at all?
No, I don't. Halfway through, I started to get bored. Honestly, he said the same, and she repeated the same thing, like that. Let's turn a new page. I think there was maybe there needs to be an official count. I think it was like 5 to 7 times she said to turn a new page. But towards the second half, he just kept saying the same words over and over again. So it's literally the first half is my notes. Everything else is just a repeat.
Yeah, basically once she said that thing about going to his rallies because his own supporters won't. That was it. That was game. He couldn't come back from that.
Ooh, how about Israel being gone in 2 years?
Oh
Did
yeah,
you write that one down? Because that was juicy.
Trump was in rare form. Like his broad promises, I do kind of like. It's like if Harris is elected, we're gonna have the Great Depression and World War III and like the new Great Plague, and it's like literally, it's like biblical justice will be visited upon us. I guess, which is kind of what he's probably trying to hint at to his weirdos. But
World War III's been trending on Twitter for like it could happen, and I won't even believe that might be my 9/11. Like I don't believe it.
The
really
World War
happened.
III people are also the Civil War people, so I don't really know what they want. Like, well, you're going to be throwing a civil war, so don't worry about World War III. You've got a war at home that we're going to fight, right?
Civil War II, World War III. Can we make anything original anymore?
Right. It's just another Marvel Phase 5 summer.
Yeah.
Boring installments.
I used our night off to watch Beetlejuice. So I am over sequels now.
Okay.
Did you see it?
I heard it mostly sucked.
Oh no. Is that true?
It tries to juggle 8 storylines and then drops every single ball at the end.
Oh man, is Michael Keaton good at least?
Michael Keaton's great.
Yeah, okay.
And Willem Dafoe is in it, and he's
Okay.
in everything now. I've noticed he's in every movie this year.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it.
Sure. Well, they need a creep in a lot of movies. So he's a great creep.
He is a great creep. Here's to Willem
A
Dafoe.
great creep.
Sorry,
Willem
that's got
Dafoe,
it. Anytime I have a hand.
A Kamala Harris hand chin motion to you.
God, it's just so. Was it the who are the fucking people? Who are these body language experts that picked that out for her?
Wasn't this like FU in sign
Italian.
language?
Yeah. Oh, maybe she was giving him a little. I don't think so.
We need to watch 7 more hours of CNN analysis to fully understand.
I watched 5 seasons of The Sopranos, so I feel like I might be an expert on an Italian gesture.
But she's not Italian.
I know, but
She
if she
could
grabbed, she could be.
That's
Who
her
if you
knows?
want it.
She can choose
It's
to be
her
Italian.
dream.
That's the part that was my favorite. I almost forgot to mention it. I love that Trump's strategy going in, as Harris's was too, because it's the smart strategy in a debate, is you have 1 or 2 talking points and then you dance around every other question. President Trump, this about January 6th, this is about climate change. And he's like, okay, well, we got to talk about immigration first. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about that. And then the only question he directly answered was the one he shouldn't have answered, which is the one of like, do you think Kamala Harris is black? He's like, I don't care, but yes, of course I heard it. I don't know. It's like, wow, the one you should not be charging into head on is the only one he was like, okay, I'm glad you asked this because I want to tackle this here in front of 20 million people.
And that was him prepped.
Yeah,
He was
exactly.
prepared for this.
It's like, dude, no, this was the one that you dodge. This is the one that you go, you want to talk about weird identities, these migrants at the border. That's when you do that weird pull to your topic. I don't know. He was getting like relative softballs at times, but he just couldn't even handle them. It was great.
But how would she prove with words only, then and there on stage as a rebuttal, that she is in fact black? You can't bring props.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wrong kind of handshake, too. She could have done it right
That's
then
right.
and there.
You
at
should
the
have dapped
beginning.
him up at the beginning.
So, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Would have been tough. Maybe this, for all we know, we're very white. Maybe this was some kind of a.
Yeah,
It's
that's
Italian. Maybe there's also something in the.
And
culture.
Italians, never mind. Sicilian, no.
They've been
I'm not gonna do
frenemies
my-
for a very long time.
I'm not going to do my Jack Lemmon True Romance.
Oh, please
speech.
don't. No. Again, I'm dressed like this does not give you license to do that speech. And that wasn't Jack Lemmon. That was Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken was the recipient of that speech. Jack Lemmon's the one that gave him the speech.
No, Christopher Walken gives the speech, and wow, what's his face? Not Jack
Not
Lemmon.
Jack Lemmon. Fucking
I know you.
the guy that
I know
like,
who
is
you
in a
mean.
lot of movies with Jack Lemmon. Who the
Fucking
fuck's Dennis Hopper?
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Hopper is the recipient of the speech.
No, Dennis Hopper's the one that gives him the speech where he tells
I
him.
will put money on this one. I am very confident about this. I know you are wrong for once.
I am not wrong, and I will 100% do money on this.
No. We'll do it for pride. Will you pull this up? Because I know.
No,
I'm
we're not
right.
going to watch a fucking.
No, you don't need to
kid
pull
who
it up.
brings out-
Just look it up at some point, and we'll settle this.
Which righteous? Which?
Oh, True Romance.
True Romance.
True Romance. Christopher Walken
Yeah,
to
gotcha.
Dennis Hopper.
I will look it up. Gotcha.
Christopher Walken starts the speech, but then Dennis Hopper's like,
Oh,
you're
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sicilian, right? He's the one
Okay.
that explains to Sicilian.
People are
Grandma.
yelling
Okay,
at
I
you
see
guys
what you're
right now.
saying.
This
We're
is-
both right. I see what you're saying.
But I'm more right.
No. He's the prisoner in this scene. To summarize for our viewers, this niche
Have you seen
movie
True
argument we're
Romance?
having.
No, but I like that we don't use the search for any of the political statements we're making.
No.
but
We don't have
Who
the
said what
responsibility.
in a movie is
Well,
we got to
first
get
of all,
Neil
yeah,
on it right away.
100%.
if you have a political belief, there's not 80 Google pages with different opinions on who said what in the movie.
Despite the fact that Dave and I do a political podcast, we care far more about niche 90s culture and movies than we do about
My life's
politics.
going to go on regardless of who gets voted for. But if True Romance didn't exist, I'd be a different person.
Okay, the way you were speaking about it earlier was vague enough that I thought you were wrong, but you said
Okay.
something before that has clarified. Yes, Christopher Walken begins that speech.
But the very racist part of the speech comparing
Dennis Hopper says it.
Sicilians to black people.
Yes, he says it to him, even though he is very shortly thereafter murdered for
Well, don't
his words.
spoil the movie.
Ah,
Yeah, I
that's a
haven't
great-
seen it.
That's a great scene. Well, he's about to get murdered in that scene.
Jesus Christ.
It's a great movie. True romance. Okay, you're right. No money, won or lost. Although I'm also
You've seen the show that we get sidetracked very often.
Yeah, sorry about that, Holly.
But 100% watch that movie.
Yes, I'll give it.
Okay.
A watch.
If nothing else comes from this podcast, and I
Watch True
suspect
Romance.
that's
Nothing
what's
will.
true. Yeah. We've at least got True Romance, another view. One more view than this podcast.
For a very successful film that definitely doesn't need the help or the plug.
Tarantino penned.
We're gonna forget
Yeah.
all that
Really?
stuff. Neil told us about plugging the podcast at the end of the
Yeah.
podcast.
We're
True
going to plug
Romance.
True Romance.
True
at the end
Romance.
of the podcast.
They on Blu-ray. I think they have a Criterion.
Yeah, it looks like Vincenzo.
All right.
Vincenzo's character. Do you really want me to do this?
No,
on a live
no,
footage?
no. We've
I hate
already
you so
settled
much.
this.
Yeah,
How?
we
You
did settle it, but
didn't
thank you,
let
Neil.
him
I
read it.
appreciate it.
Literally,
What's the answer?
I'm right.
No. The answer is I'm right, but it does make a good point. It's a speech that is done by two people, so the speech is sort of taken away from Christopher Walken.
so the debate was pretty strong.
Yeah. We're done
Good
talking about the
debate.
debate. The new debate is about True Romance.
Oh, have we, what else have we missed in the debate?
That's
No,
I
you're out of.
Trump has a concept of a plan.
oh, that was
Ooh.
great. That was great.
That was right out of Guardians 1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was. That's right. Again, Trump, the dumber he is, this is when I do understand the Trump support, because Trump can be so dumb that he enters the, dare I say it, the ray gun zone of breakdancing, where you're so bad that I empathize with you and I see where you're coming from, because I generally have concepts of great ideas. Like most of my life is filled with concepts of ideas that would make me rich, that would like put me at the top of the comedy game. These concepts are perfect. But
I thought it was the follow through where you failed.
Exactly. The
Okay.
concepts are not the problem. Even the plan, the following through of writing the plan, I have trouble with. But the concepts, oh my God, Dave.
Oh,
The
yeah.
concepts are incredible.
He only had 9 years to come up with an answer to that question.
Yeah, that's another thing where it's just like
He was off the clock. I agree with him on that one. You're fucking chilling at Mar-a-Lago. You don't need to come up with plans.
Okay, just golf. Yeah, why not? You can come up with plans while you golf.
Wait till they fucking install you. Then that's when the planning starts.
Well, he's one of the only people that can get away with that. It's just another like Trump, in a way.
Or
he leaves
Kamala's
that-
plans. Whatever
That I'll
the fuck
get
her name-
$25,000 to
She-
buy a house. That's
She at
what's
least
up.
does the regular politician thing where she doesn't give you all of her plan, but when you finally like put her feet to the fire, yeah, she goes, okay, here, I'll do this. I'll give you $25,000 to buy a house. I'll give you $50,000 to start a small business. She not like the Trump's thing of like, the plan is great. The plan is great. We'll show it to you soon. It's like, yeah, right. After 9 years, it becomes like,
Yeah.
all right, it's
I don't want a bunch of numbers thrown at me. I want adjectives. Positive adjectives.
that's how he won the first time. That's why it's a close race. People just want to hear those adjectives. No pronouns, only adjectives.
right.
That's great.
The classic transgender operations on illegal
Ooh,
immigrants.
I can't believe that was so fucking fun. I think that was the hardest I laughed.
That was pretty good. The dogs for me was great because I think the dog is my favorite word that he says.
Sorry, Dave might have yelled over that. So it was because I almost missed it. What was it was immigrants. but I-
Trump says Kamala wants to give transgender operations to illegal immigrants.
okay.
In
In
prison.
prison.
In prison.
I didn't write
Which
that part
makes me
down.
wonder, do they want the transgender surgery?
Right.
Or is that part of
That's their punishment.
I was hoping he would do they send the kid to school and they have the transgender operation on the kid
Yeah.
before they come
that's
home.
true too.
That was something he said at the rally the day before, and I was like, "Come on, you can do it."
But let's go back to doing it as a punishment to prisoners.
Yeah. Was it a
Is it only it's only punishment going one way, right?
wait?
As a woman, would you if you went to prison like you're gonna be a man now, would you secretly go, woohoo? Or would you be like, oh darn it?
Do I get to keep my tits or do they flank them off?
I mean,
Or is
Yes,
it just
depends on the prison,
genitals?
I think.
Because if you have both, then
You
it's
can
it's
have-
a punishment
I
to
think
go to
this- I
male
think this
prison
podcast
with
is-
tits. But if they cut them off, then I guess you'd be fine.
this
Yeah.
podcast is more than enough proof that you can be a man and have tits.
Not when you're wearing this. No tits on
That's
this.
true.
On this
That is
hog
a
right
great
here.
tit
Look at
hider.
that. Yeah.
That's why I love the wintertime. It's all tit hiding accessories.
I'm very sweaty in this one, but it's worth it.
All right. I think they'd have to be. They couldn't go higher than an A cup for a man.
Well, would they make you switch prisons? I guess they would have to. See,
Yeah.
that's their own game, though. Then are you saying that
Okay.
a transgender man is a man? He's got to go to man's
He's got to
prison.
go to men's prison.
So you'd prefer the woman prison or the man?
The woman prison.
Yeah, you of course you'd want to
Why
go
would
to the
I want to
women's
go to a
prison.
man's prison?
Yeah.
Because you could still be.
No, men's prisons where all like the rape happens. The women's prisons, they just like hose you down in the cafeteria, from what I understand.
I mean, I'm sure there's rape.
There's rape. Yeah.
From what I
A little
understand.
less threatening, maybe?
Yeah.
No, it's all
Women can do-
consensual
women-
relationships with
yeah.
the warden, from what I understand.
Women can do whatever men can do. They can rape in prison
All right,
too.
okay.
Come on.
All right, you're
Don't be
right.
sexist and racist.
This is called traditional. Okay.
All right. So you think it's a bigger punishment to go
Yeah.
other way, man to woman, but then you
No.
get sent to women's prison as
Yeah, that's better.
a man mind.
Yeah, and wherever you ranked in men's prison, you rank higher in women's prison. So it's just like the raw
But you
physical
get
nature
less
of it.
cigarettes per transaction.
That's true. You do. You get only 3/4 of the cigarettes that you would in the men's prison. It is a problem, you know.
You'd have to. What kind of poster would they have to break out? Like a.
Oh yeah, it would have to be like
What do you
The
have? Like,
Caitlyn
what do
Jenner
you have? The
poster.
Corys on your wall growing up?
The what?
The Corys?
Corys?
I don't know how old you are.
A lot younger than whatever the hell that is.
yeah, too young for the
The
I had like a
Corys.
Robert Pattinson Twilight poster.
There you
Okay.
That was the classic.
And I have a Robert Pattinson Batman poster. So yeah,
There you go.
we're
Yeah,
it's
but
all
the-
just evolved right
The
now.
tunnel you have behind that poster leads to a very dark place.
Okay, with that is that because I guess what's the iconic poster for women that if you had a Shawshank a situation, what poster would you tunnel through?
Well, we have a
Yeah, that's what-
Holly. If you were having to tunnel out of prison,
Sorry, I don't make eye contact. I thought we've
That's-
already.
that's
So
why
whenever
he-
I'm looking at Dan, I'm really asking you a question,
right? He get
and he's the wall behind him.
he can Dave can look at me today because I am a racist caricature and it brings him comfort. So, but Holly, if you were tunneling out of prison and you every day with your little rock hammer and you had to put up a poster a la Shawshank Redemption, great movie, Criterion Edition, watch it. What would you do? What poster would you?
Yeah, what-
Well,
pick?
see, I don't know. I'm autistic, so I don't think my answer is going to be. If I had to say what other women are going to say,
I
it
want to
could
know
be-
what you, Holly
What is-
Huff, who you would put on.
So it'd
Probably
be a
like
puzzle.
a-
It would be a puzzle.
No, probably like a Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Okay, I
think
like that.
That's probably what would inspire me every morning.
Okay, I like that. Folie à deux or just Joker? Are you gonna have Lady Gaga on that
Well,
one?
we got a few more weeks. So my tickets are bought, and we'll find out
Okay,
if Lady Gaga gets on the poster or not.
all right. I'm interested in to hear your answer if Lady Gaga graduates to your Shawshank poster.
I don't know. The commercial was.
Yeah,
eh,
you're right, but you know, I don't know. That movie was kind of.
I didn't think the first one was that good.
Shut the fuck up, Dave.
Whoa.
I feel that's weird because I hear mostly that's the opinion that I got, and I think it's better than that. But I don't think that it was a great
I've
movie.
already seen
but I thought-
Taxi Driver and I've already seen King of Comedy. They're both superior on their own. I don't need a shittier mashup of the two of them.
Yeah.
I
That's fair.
said it.
That I agree with that criticism, but I still liked it nevertheless.
You can't beat Scorsese. Yeah.
Scorsese watched that movie like
Scorsese,
this. Yeah. Who would be on your poster, Dave? Who's your
had-
Shawshank poster?
I had the Jenny. I did have a Batman poster. I did have
Okay.
I had a Keaton Batman. But the one that went to college with me was the Jenny McCarthy. Say no to vaccinations. No, it was her in skimpy clothing.
Okay.
Not her medical opinions. Yeah, I'm a 90s kid. Jenny McCarthy was the poster of the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Or like a Pam Anderson, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I okay. I wouldn't have thought the question was, what did you have on your wall when you were a kid? In which case, then I'm tunneling out behind a like Slipknot poster or a Korn poster or something, which I definitely don't want to do now as an adult. But that's fair. That's a fair point. So you were Jenny McCarthy.
I had a
As a
Jenny
kid.
McCarthy poster. Yeah.
Okay. Are you conflicted now that she's a dumbass?
No.
I didn't think
What
so.
the fuck do you like? I had her on my wall because of her fucking brains.
Yeah. I guess I walked into that one. But yeah, fair.
Oh God, no. It wasn't that she had a fucking autistic kid. It was that she had a kid that made her gross.
Okay. You're fair in your misogyny here. You found some sort of a fairness in judging.
Yeah.
Okay. Kathy Ireland, she never said shit about
Great.
vaccines, so I have that pure in my mind. Kathy Ireland was my Jenny McCarthy. We're talking about
we're
old
not-
women
yeah,
now, yeah. So you might not
gathered.
know. Yeah, Dave and I are reminiscing in the '90s. We're back in true
I
romance.
because we mentioned the holiday and how I saw it from college before you got here. How fucking old are you?
You were in college on 9/11?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's right. I'm younger than you. I was still in high school.
Well,
Senior year, baby. I was already locked into doing nothing in school, and I didn't have to do
yeah,
anything.
I
that
got the
day.
rest of the day off.
They made us sit. They made us sit in school all fucking day in my school. It was atrocious. We just went to class, and the TV was on, and 9/11 was unfolding, and it was bullshit.
But you were happy to be able to watch TV in school, right?
Yeah, but like all the adults were all panicked and weird, and it was bad vibes. The whole day was bad vibes.
You were
Bad
alive.
vibes.
That was my
On
biggest
9/11.
You were
The
alive.
least chill day
It-
ever.
Yeah, kind
You
of.
were alive on OG 9/11.
I was 5, so
Okay.
Where were you? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Where were you on the day? Were you at flight school? That's funny. Yeah, I guess now the kids in school, they weren't even alive for 9/11. It means nothing to them.
no, because a few years ago, actually, my little cousin, she was like maybe 10 or 11. She sent out this Snapchat, a selfie with the dog, the dog tongue out, and it just said "Happy 9/11."
I
Besides,
respect
yeah,
it.
these kids nowadays get a fucking 9/11 level catastrophe at school every day.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
I heard something, it probably was real, and I don't know enough about it to refute it now. I don't even really know the fact, but it was that when I read it was years ago, and it was that we are further away from 9/11 now than we were from Pearl Harbor on 9/11. Does that make sense? Like Pearl Harbor is closer
understand.
to 9/11 than 2020, whatever I read it. Somewhere in the
not
2020s.
true.
That's not true at all.
That's not even that's like 60 years difference, and we're 20 years from 9/11.
74 to 2001.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
You see what I mean?
misinterpreted
That's what.
Wait, Pearl Harbor
It was
wasn't
not in
74.
74. It was like
74. Why did I say
1944.
74?
1944.
44.
Okay,
excuse
so I
me.
was right with my
44.
60 goddamn.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
just
learn
said-
this on the same place that Trump read about them eating
Right.
the dogs?
You're right. Okay, so there's no way because you're right. 44 to that would be 60 years, and it would only be 20.
Yeah,
So,
that's
there you
we're
go.
not even halfway
Oh,
there.
the JFK it was the JFK assassination, not Pearl Harbor. Excuse
That
me.
also kind of sounds not right.
But
Well, no.
I admit that it might be wrong.
JFK
I've
would
hedged.
be
That was in the 60s, so it's also not right.
63.
Jesus.
Want to try
Christ.
again? Vietnam? Maybe.
No, Vietnam.
I don't know what fucking year Vietnam was.
No,
60s as well.
Yeah,
Wait,
because
60,
it would be the
68?
same time.
Do we want to switch topics? I think
Yeah,
we have 2 minutes till the news, and I feel like
Sure.
love you, I love you.
So speaking of overcoming tragedies, Linkin Park's got a new singer.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But overcoming and also sort of celebrating tragedies as well
Yeah,
with the new singer,
big
Danny
supporter of Danny
Masterson.
Masterson.
Yeah, as
hey.
is my co-host Dave Primiano.
no,
Big Danny Masterson fan here. As
Hey.
the DJ, you like him? His DJ career.
I didn't even know that existed. Are you a Linkin Park person?
No, you're talking about what is the guy from Sum 41?
No, it's the chick from some band.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
a woman lead singer now.
Yeah, they
She's a
Ah,
Scientologist, but
Yeah.
great.
Scientologist
Yeah.
who supported Danny Masterson, and then
the son's not happy about it.
the son
but
is pissed.
Does
Yeah,
she need to play catch with him or something to make this right? How do you fix that one? Or you just
I'm-
say, who cares? You're fucking dead.
That's how
whatever.
I feel
Yeah.
about it. But I'm not a huge Linkin Park fan. I guess the Linkin Park fandom is really fans of Chester Bennington, the
Yeah.
dead lead singer. So what the son has to say matters to them because it would be like, I don't know.
It's also been not that long. It was like 3 years ago he died?
Yeah, and I think he killed himself, right?
Yeah, he
So,
did.
yeah,
It's
he
kind of
fucking-
weird.
Yeah, he piggybacked suicide Chris Cornell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well,
He wanted to get his. That's the only reason people call him a legend, because he fucking did it in the vicinity of a legend. People, two legends.
that's true.
Fuck
No,
off. We
no,
lost
no,
one
no.
legend, and he piggybacked it.
Yeah, in the end, it doesn't really matter, Dave.
No, it does matter. It matters to me.
Matters to me, damn it.
Yeah.
But in
It's like
matters of rock, there is one other great story that we have to bring up before we go to the news, and that is the Foo Fighter. There's another little Foo Fighter out there, Dave Grohl, Baby Out of Wedlock. What do you think?
I think he's a fucking rock star. It doesn't impact me. People are like so mad at him. Like, how could he do that? He betrayed me. Fuck you. His relationship with you is at the beginning to the end of the fucking song you're listening to. If he fucking interrupted his Everlong at a concert, like, hold on, I'm just gonna go fucking cream pie this fan real quick. And you're like, I wanted to hear the rest of Everlong. How could you do this to me? Other than that, fuck you.
Yeah,
It's his wife and his daughter that
matter.
should feel any sort of way towards it.
Yeah, and if they're staying, then why the hell should anyone else be mad, right? Like, it seems like they're sticking around and they're going to try to make it work. So if the wife and daughter stand by him, then who am I as somebody that,
Exactly.
likes the
Closing thought on that before we get to the news.
There comes my hero.
Ah,
Let's do it.
There we go. Let's go to the news.
Go to the
This- we're here to shoot the shit, talking news. Hello, we're here at the news section. This was smooth. I don't have any rust from being out in the desert, which, to be clear, is where I got this outfit
His
from
sriracha.
authentic Native Americans who sold it to me, and were happy to see me go away with it. The news segment is Dave and I, Holly, as you know, as a fan of the show.
Yeah,
Oh, you wrote jokes as well.
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
How many did you write? 12, or did you get the whole?
I wrote a lot. Some of them, as
What
you know,
happened to
had to
your
be
12?
cut.
Okay. I still
Um,
don't think you have to cut it, but
that's okay. Dave wrote 12. He's going to read all of them, and some of them should have been cut. So
I thought the week off would be a nice recharge on my joke writing battery. Not even a little.
me too. I thought I would be like reinvigorated. I'd start a couple days early because I had 2 weeks to write. No, I did them all last night. So, okay. Dave, Dave wrote 12. I wrote 12. Holly, you already know this. If we wrote a story on the same news item, we're going to have a joke off. Joking each other off. And that just means we're competing, aka joking each other off. You will be the judge in that scenario. You decide the better of the two jokes, all subjective, and the winner gets bragging rights.
Yeah.
Uh,
And if you have a joke off with us, we just give it to the
yeah, you just win automatically
Yeah.
because we are great. We are only competing against one another.
Yeah.
Dave, please go first.
All right. VP Harris travels the country repeating the same speech in different accents. Although the opposition never got the smoking gun it wanted, because with all the different accents she was doing, not one speech ended with "Thank you, come again." See, I did that voice. You can do whatever joke
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah, Dave feeling very permissive because I'm wearing the poncho.
The sriracha. I think that's a shoe.
Yeah, I thought that was spicy ketchup. Yeah. Dick Cheney says he will vote for Kamala Harris. The former vice president said, quote, "This election is an American quagmire with no hope of victory and no clear idea of who's in charge. It's like I never left."
Oh, it's a joke off.
Okay.
So
Joking each other off.
all right. I don't even like this. Whatever. Dick Cheney is voting for Kamala Harris, which could be good for Trump, as when he gets to the voting booth and aims that finger at the Harris button.
Okay, I like it.
All right, it's tough. I will have to go with Dan on this one.
I only did that because I'm wearing this, but
That's racist. That is racist.
I'm not, you know, I'm generally regularly happy that I
In
won.
All right,
my
so one
head,
for you, and then you'll do two.
Yeah, do 2 in a row. Oh, you want me to do one now or
You can go. Okay, one.
no? Why don't you just do 2 in a row, and then that way we'll be caught up. Does that make sense?
No.
Everything
Okay.
we've said made sense.
We
They
didn't
all
plan-
work mathematically, and we've heard your fucking definition of math.
Yeah, obviously math is not my strong suit. Or
All right, so
history.
you, then you, then you.
Okay. Soldier who fled to North Korea expected to plead guilty to desertion and assault at court-martial, as he realized the punishment for desertion in the American military is far less than the punishment of being black in Asia.
All right. Donald Trump says he will appoint Elon Musk as the first U.S. efficiency czar, citing Elon's skillful streamlining of Twitter from 2022 to the very efficient 1935. That year I looked up again,
There you
so
go.
I had it right.
We got our. And did you know 1935 is actually closer to 9/11 than 9/11?
I
is to
heard that actually. So thank you for bringing that up.
All right.
Oh, okay. All right. Massachusetts residents urged to head indoors by dusk to prevent the spread of a mosquito-borne virus. And they're not happy, as being indoors early is preventing their usual spread of alcohol-borne viruses known as more Irish children.
All right. I believe it's my turn. We've
Yes,
all
sir.
told two.
Yes, sir.
Oof. Good math on my part.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Venezuelan gang members arrested in connection with apartment building takeover, which is unfortunate because they shopped around a really long time before they finally found a building that was pet friendly.
Yeah, all right. That's good.
But if it was Haitians, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, you did. Very racist now that you know it's the Haitians that are eating the cats. Jack White sues Trump over his use of songs by the White Stripes. Trump was defiant, saying, quote, "I made NATO pay for that 7-nation army. I should be allowed to use their little jingle." Yeah, not my best Trump. I haven't done it in a while. You can't do Trump on vacation.
It's
It
hard to
feels
do the
weird.
hand with all the
Not in the
with all the
poncho.
weight
Yeah,
down.
exactly. You're right. It just feels very insensitive to do it in the poncho.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. A top Navy commander is relieved of duty after viral photo shows him firing a rifle with a backward scope. The former commander claims it was intentional, as he was just trying to show up those pussies Braden and Daniel after they 360 no-scoped him and teabagged his face on cod.
It's a joke off.
Uh-oh,
That was
there
my
we
next
go.
one too.
Hey, you're
Yeah.
losing to each other.
It's already in the writing. A Navy commander is relieved of duty after a photo shows him firing a rifle with a backward scope. And he's lucky the only thing he lost was his job, as any enemy soldier would have been able to see the white of his eyes from a town over.
Holly, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You will leave here with a 1-0 record minimal.
Taylor Swift endorses Kamala Harris, standing up for women everywhere who struggle with fighting for their rights while also dating a Rogan Bro boyfriend with multiple concussions.
A new study suggests that depending on your zip code, you may have twice the odds of a dementia diagnosis. Those odds jump to 3 times if your zip code's, "No, that's not my phone ringing in the movie theater. It must be someone else's."
All right. Pope Francis questions people who choose to have pets over children. Though he did follow it up with, although to be fair, they are way better at not running off and blabbing to the media afterward.
Okay, this one I got a tag on. This joke is old, I realized after I wrote it, but I committed it to anyway. So Holly, hopefully you get the references, but Dave, I hope you do too. JD Vance says school shootings are, quote, a fact of life. Though Republicans claim he was simply referring to an episode of the famous 1980s sitcom where the girls from Eastman boarding school shoot Cloris Leachman in the back of the head when she won't renounce God. And again, Dave, you take the good, you take the bad, you shoot some kids, and then you have the facts of life.
That's right. Don't worry, I have it old references later. on.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait, no, it's your turn.
Holly?
The Biden administration may soon restart key immigration program for Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans. When asked about Argentinians, President Biden responded by saying, "No, that's not my phone ringing in the movie theater. It must be someone else's."
Oh man, callbacks. We're not good. We're not good.
We don't
enough
do
for-
those. Yeah, we don't really.
All right. Selena Gomez is now a billionaire, which means she's now going to have to switch over to the new program, Only Murders in the Ocean.
JD Vance booed by crowd while speaking to the firefighters union. When asked for comment about the loud, angry mob of firefighters, Lindsey Graham shuddered for 30 seconds and excused himself from the room.
15 workers on an office retreat hiked up a mountain, and one was left behind. That'll show you not to cut a donut in half and leave the dirty knife in the box, Sheila.
All right, here's my old ass reference.
Okay.
All right, Spinal Tap, latest group to forbid Trump from using its music. This is the one that hit Trump supporters the hardest because if there's one claim they definitely have, it's talk about bum cakes. Our candidates got them.
Speaking in the realm of Trump in the music world, Elton John says Donald Trump calling Kim Jong-un Little Rocket Man was, quote, brilliant. Elton went on to praise Trump's rendition of Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting Your Way into the Senate chamber where Mike Pence is hiding.
Very good.
Thank you.
1,000-pound sisters reality TV star Amy Slayton arrested for narcotics and child endangerment at Tennessee Zoo. The arrest was made after a search of Slayton's car turned up Pop Rocks, hot Cheetos powder, and a pipe made out of pull and peel Twizzlers.
All right, we kind of glossed on this early, and then I changed the subject so I wouldn't pre-do the punchline or whatever. Let's see.
Sure.
Trump claims Israel will be gone within 2 years if VP Harris is elected president. And upon hearing this, every other country that's ever met Israel is now attempting to send illegals here to vote too.
That's good. Hunt widens for suspect who allegedly threw scalding hot coffee on a baby. That's a real story, Dave, but that's not the joke. I'll read it again. Hunt widens for suspect who allegedly threw scalding hot coffee on a baby. Police say this crime is a pattern and describe the suspect as wearing a mask, a wide-brimmed hat, and a black and white striped suit. McDonald's, it's the hamburger.
I didn't get the reference. No.
Scalding hot coffee. I just like the image of the Hamburglar throwing coffee on a baby.
I don't care who does it. Just get it done.
I couldn't top the actual
I
story
know.
for your laughter, I knew.
American father and daughter recall horror of Iceland cave collapse, saying it could have been us. But thank God it was just those stupid fucking Iceland people.
All right, where was I? Oh, yeah. WNBA rookie Angel Reese announces her season is over after injury. Although she went and got a second opinion because if she's going to catch any misdiagnosis, it would be her own. That she has all these high rebound numbers because she's always grabbing her own missed shot.
Yes, okay. I got it.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
not-
I got
It's
it.
good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I got
Stop it. Stop
It's
it.
all right. These are
I'll
the.
never get better if you.
This is the
lie to
back
me.
half. The back half, you're always going to have a couple tucked in. You tucked it in. That's the important part.
It's. I like the idea of it more than all my other jokes. but
I thought the idea of the Hamburglar throwing coffee on a baby was great. You know, it just doesn't always work. Okay. This one probably won't either, but I like the image. Animal rights group says beluga whale rumored to be a Russian spy was found dead with multiple bullet holes. Which should be a lesson for Tyreek Hill. No matter what your problems with the law, it's still better to be an American dolphin.
That's good. That's
Thank
good.
you.
Whatever. He went off because of that arrest.
He did. That
I
you have
fucking
him?
reap the benefits. Yeah. I want him to get arrested before every game.
You're going to be calling in false police reports on Tyreek Hill.
a lot of them will be real. But go on.
Nambia plans to kill more than 700 wild animals, including elephants and hippos, to distribute the meat to villagers during historic drought. Americans are outraged, saying if you're going to slaughter an animal for meat, you better do it the right way, by taking it from its mother and putting it in a box before it learns how to walk.
Okay. Police officer left in a hot car was found dead. One notable dog has even come out and spoken on the issue, stating it's 187 degrees on that motherfucking cop.
I like it. I like it. It's funny.
That was my cute joke about
Yeah,
a dead dog.
It's cute. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson is sued again for sexual assault, as Ohio legal experts expect the number of Watson accusers to rise as more and more residents of Ohio are recovered from whichever toxic train accident is burning through their town.
I have a theory on that.
What's that?
The Texans traded him, all those picks, and one unclaimed rape case just in case they needed an out if he stinks it up, which he is doing.
So they added some rape considerations.
Well, he was on Texans. He was really good. Then he demanded a trade, and that's when the 24 rape accusations came out. So it's like the team was sitting on him and waiting for him to fuck up.
Yeah.
And then they traded him for a lot, but they're like, okay, we have one other rape accusation sitting around. So if he sucks, just throw this out there and you can get him out of the contract.
That's how they sweeten the pot. They're like, we can't send a first rounder for this guy. We'll pay him. He won't play. And they're like,
So
okay,
here's
here.
an unused rape
We've got-
accusation.
Dave, this is draft day 2.
I
I
know.
think you're writing the script right now.
I got that Harry Roseman brain on the fucking... All right, sorry, as you were.
Okay. Holly?
Alaskan couple manages to escape deadly landslide, but loses everything, except for the boogie boards they rode down on.
All right. Campbell is dropping the soup from its name. The decision came 2 days after the Camden police told him if we can't find the soup part of your name in 48 hours, it's probably in the wind forever.
Waffle House CEO Walt Emmer dies at the age of 58. The title of Waffle House CEO will, of course, be awarded to the person who killed Walt in fair combat in the parking lot of Waffle House.
I stared at that one for a while. My plus, it's like the doctors told him, just let go. And I'm like, yeah, that's a different waffle.
Yeah, totally different waffle, but I like that.
World's oldest man says he still manages his finances without assistance at age 112. And once that Nigerian prince finishes the wire transfer of his late uncle's secret estate, he'll finally be able to retire.
Sweet. All right, last one for me.
Okay.
And it sucks, but
Hey.
it's yeah. Every other song lyric was used, so I had to dig deep for
Okay.
this. So,
You dug.
Foo Fighters' Dave Grohl admits to fathering baby outside of his marriage, which just goes to show that Grohl isn't a one-woman man, that they're all for him, regardless of the color and the shape.
Hey, listen, that's good. You didn't say you had another confession to make. You know,
Yeah,
that was
everybody
already
that
done.
joke's
That
been,
was
I saw
already
it
done.
80 times
Yeah.
before I even heard about the story.
It's already been done. All right, my last joke. And this one, I could do this as an act out, but I won't because that would be problematic, even
Okay.
though I can do a great Sir Charles Barkley. I'm not going to do him. Charles Barkley keeps $1 million promise after 2 New Orleans students solve Pythagoras' theorem. Sir Charles paid up, but complained, quote, the whole time I thought the Pythagorean theorem was group sex with 2 big old Greek women.
Nice.
Yeah.
The voice would have worked too.
It would have
but,
really
yeah.
worked, but in this, I just can't do Charles Barkley's voice.
All right, and bring us home.
Yes.
All right.
Do the one.
No.
If you want. Okay.
If I could do a Donald Duck voice and pull it off, I would. But in my regular speaking voice, it's just too racist.
Whatever it is, you have to tell me once we're done rolling.
will. I'll
then.
show it
Okay.
Is that the rule? Cartoon voices make things less racist?
Absolutely.
This is something I'm putting in my back pocket for a rainy day.
You're gonna start calling people slurs like Goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It Ends With Us actor Brandon Sklenar addresses backlash about the film's portrayal of spousal abuse. Sklenar silenced critics by telling them it's their fault the movie sucked and taking away their phones so they can't call their mother anymore because she's just trying to tear us apart.
All right,
Awesome.
that's awesome. Thank you, Holly. You went joke for joke with the Kings. With
We've been eviscerated 2 weeks in a row.
You're right
We
about
have
no,
to
not 2 weeks in a row, sir, because we took 15 days off.
2 shows.
Two shows in a row. Yeah, 2 shows in a row. We've been bested by our guests, but that's okay. I like that.
Yeah. So some shows? What do you got coming up on the old comedy?
I can
schedule?
check my little black book. I have jack shit.
Oh well,
There you
book
go.
her
But,
on your shows.
Yeah. No, I had a great summer. I'm looking forward to some time off just writing,
Oh yeah, that's what I say when I don't have any
focusing.
shows.
Yeah.
That's cool, Holly. I have 2 animated brewing shows coming up this fall. If you can't do October, I'll have you on in November. Okay.
Sweet.
So I'll
Sounds
plug
good to
that
me.
when it comes closer to the day. We'll have you on one of the 2.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Really, Holly, can you just say whatever social media you want people to follow?
My Instagram is Holly Huff Comedy. That's probably the best place. Don't have much up there yet, but eventually I will.
That's all
That's
good.
okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Nothing wrong about that. Dave and I've been doing it for the better part of a decade, and we don't have much on our Instagrams either.
We gotta stop.
First
doing
of
sad
all-
promos.
This is a
all
sad-
No, I'm in the up. I'm
Yeah,
fucking,
you're up.
Dude, I'm locked
You're almost
in,
out of
I'm
your
locked
camera
in.
frame.
I'm getting ready to bribe people like you told me to do.
First
Yes.
of all, like us on iTunes. Hit us up with that 5 stars. Neil will fucking come out to your house and milk you.
Yes, 100%.
Have you ever? Yeah,
Personally.
it's weird. It's weird if you've never seen it.
Yeah.
You also could get a free T-shirt. That's the real offer. We'll bribe you with a T-shirt. It's great.
Give us a
just
5-star
am hesitant.
review.
I'm worried that we'll get an avalanche of them, which would be a good problem,
It's
but
okay.
bad problem for you with the T-shirts because I'm
It's fine.
not fucking out of pocket.
I
Now
understand.
you
It's not
suddenly
giving
care about
everybody a
Neil
free.
and the
It's
work.
like a giveaway.
Oh,
It's
so,
like the
okay.
canon. You get like 3 people, maybe.
All right, if you do this, you're probably going to be the only fucking one to do it. So you'll probably get a shirt out of it, right? Who's fucking doing this for us?
Jesus,
So,
dude.
fucking
This
suck.
podcast-
I know, I got-
Rolling
Don't
disclaimer
question the
at the
promo
bottom.
during the promo.
I'm gonna walk out on a podcast I'm currently
It's
producing.
weird. Yeah.
No, guys, it's real easy. Yeah, go on, give us a 5-star review for the
Yeah.
Weekday Comics. Put your name in the review. Just send us over a little message with your name in the review. I'll send you a
A
T-shirt.
free
And if it's a
T-shirt.
bad review, put your name and your address.
Give us
And
a 5.
Dave will deliver the
Yes.
T-shirt personally to you.
And I will show up and cry.
Yeah. He will criticize your taste in movies. Okay, Dave, what do you have coming up?
Well, first of all, let me also plug. Let me get in frame.
Thank
So
you.
you actually seeing me's not going to make them want
Okay,
to.
add a frame.
That's true. Go as far
Follow
out of
me
frame.
at Dave Prim Comedy on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads.
You're on Threads?
I mean,
Wow.
my Threads is my Instagram. It just uploads everything.
Okay.
They don't even do hashtags. I don't think.
I
But
don't know.
they're there. This weekend on Saturday, I will be at the Delco Axe House with me, Eddie Gallagher, Steve Bickle. We'll get people will have on the show eventually. Yeah, we love them all.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's just focus on that
Okay.
because we'll be here next week. Yeah, so I'll tell you more shit.
That sounds good. I am. I don't know. I have a show. I think this weekend. I think.
I think.
I don't know. I literally like this is not a bit. I
You're
was in the
too
desert
relaxed
last
right
week.
No
now.
pockets. No
I am
pockets with your schedule.
extremely relaxed. I have like this. I didn't start thinking about comedy until yesterday. I took 2 weeks off in my mind. It was great. I don't hate anyone right now. It's perfect. Yeah, give it some time.
We'll
It's-
get you
the
back.
next special that comes out, I will hate somebody. But yeah, so it's great. I haven't thought about it. I have a show this weekend. I'll promote it on my Instagram, Danny D'Aprile.
All right,
There we go. And Neil-
join us next. Oh yeah, fucking Neil.
Neil still
Don't worry about
is.
No, no, no.
I want to know what
Neil's
Neil's
going
doing.
along.
coming up.
No, check out all the shows because just check out all the shows at drop10.com, guys. You can go over there to get all that stuff. And of course, you can get to all their links and everything you need for the Weekday Comics over there at drop10.com/podcast and all their merch as well. So you can go and see what some of the, sweatshirts. It's getting sweatshirt season. So you can grab a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So do all that for them.
And you rate us
Oh,
high enough, you
can
might
we
even
get-
get a sweatshirt. You can't get one of
We
these.
can't get a Weekday Comics poncho yet.
I will
Yeah.
find one.
Yeah,
I will find one.
I can guarantee you it's not as comfortable as this one that was handmade by somebody.
And for me,
I'll
we're
rock a Weekday Comics moo if that ever.
ooh, I would love to see you in one.
I may have to, depending on how my weight gain goes.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it happens.
Well, what shows, Neil?
You don't have any control over it.
No,
Like,
I
depending
just-
on how it goes.
Depending on how it goes, like goes up and down. I don't really control it. I
Well,
eat the same amount
Get
every
on that
day.
blow Zempic.
Yeah.
That's the quickest I can come up for an Ozempic that makes you fatter. Well, I'll think about it next week. I'll
We'll
come
come
up
back.
with a
That's
way
topic
better,
for next
way
week.
better fat Ozempic.
I like the idea of an Ozempic that makes you fatter, though. Let's put a pin in that.
I really do like that.
yeah.
Yeah. This is great. A good episode.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll be back next week with Will Bozarth. We got him out of retirement.
That's right. And it'll be a Tuesday. We'll be back to our normal Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in on a Wednesday. If you tuned in, thank you for listening. Everybody but the sick ghouls. And yeah, this was great. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you. Thank you, Holly.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was a. we fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
Hey, how you doing? This is Neil Wood, one of the co-owners of Drop 10 Media Network and who helps run Biggest Little Comedy. You can check out all the other stuff we do at drop10.com. We've got podcasts, live comedy shows, and so much more. Go over there, support your favorite podcasts, follow them, subscribe. We appreciate it. Again, we're 100% DIY, just a bunch of creatives trying to make it in this, and give us some feedback. We always enjoy a little feedback. Thanks.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.